today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Jalen Hurts and the Indianapolis Colts versus Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Watson on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The numbers for Cooks in that game last week, 9 catches, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
First down carry here for Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. From the 44, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Now on first down, Drake again. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Drake. And there is a flag, so a big second down pickup, but will it hold?
Let's go to work, y'all. Let's go to work.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now Drake. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On first down, Drake. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And the Texans are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
1st and goal from the 3. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual.
I know. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Watson's throw going to be taken in by Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. On the give, this is Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the air now with Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Operating from the gun, Watson. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one into the hands of Burton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again is Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the gun, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Mack, draw play. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's Hurts to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. On the draw is Taylor. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Hurts. The open man is Smith. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Willie Henry. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Ross Blacklock able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Operating from the gun, Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Now it's Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Flushed out right. He'll run it. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
And that'll make it 13-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Watson, and Stills over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Johnson going to get the handoff. And he's got this down to the 35. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Good move at the 30. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. On 1st down, it's Drake. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
Let's go. Here we go.
Watson operating from the gun. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Taylor. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return, Johnson. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. So here are the Texans to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the gun, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Watson now to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Drake. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the Colts coming out now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Catch made here by Campbell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's got this down to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They run the draw play with Mack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Willie Henry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And now out comes Houston. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now on first down, Drake again. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson to give. This is Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah,
and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On first down, Drake. He's to the 10 and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Watson, option play. He'll hand it to Johnson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And the lead is now 24. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing is Hurts. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Ross Blacklock in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run on first down. Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. On 2nd down, it's Drake. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Houston, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, things are